Hi everybody, Adrienne here, and today I'm coming to you with the first impression from Juvia's place. It is the Violets palette. This is a 6-pan palette that was released on Christmas Day, along with 3 other 6-pan palettes, and this is what the inside of the packaging looks like. It's beautiful, just like all the other Juvia's place palettes. This palette costs $13.99 if you buy it individually off the Juvia's Place website, or you can get it in a bundle with the other 3 palettes for $52.99, and that is what I did on Christmas Eve when I ordered my palettes, and they showed up at my doorstep the following Monday, so I was really impressed with the shipping. This palette has 4 metallic shades and 2 mattes, and I'm going to set the palette down and I'm going to show you the rest of the palettes that came in the bundle. This is the Berries palette. And there are already videos posted to this palette, and I will post it above if you want to check out that link. But the Berries palette is beautiful cranberries and bright reds and just pinky shades. It's a gorgeous palette. And this is the Nudes palette. And this is what it looks like on the inside. And last but not least, the Chocolate palette. Now that you've seen what all these different palettes look like, I'm going to show you what the shades in the Violets palette look like on my skin tone, and I'll be right back. Now that you've seen what those shades in the palette look like on my skin tone, I will show you how I created the look that I'm wearing today, and then I'll come back and give you my final first impression of the Violets palette from Juvia's Place. So for my first impression of the Violets palette, and I'm going to go ahead and open it up and hold it up so that I can point to the colors. I love this palette. And I'm not just saying that because most of the Juvia's Place palettes, I always say that. They are one of my favorite formulations to work with, and I feel like their palettes perform just like any of the high-end palettes that I have. Matter of fact, I prefer their formulation over some of the high-end brand palettes that I already own, and I'm typically not disappointed by the quality of any of their palettes. I may not like the shade range or something, but it's never the quality. And it is the same with this palette. I was concerned with what these colors were going to be like with blending these two shades here being straight up pigments. I didn't know if I would have a hard time blending out the colors. And when I stopped recording to finish the rest of my eye makeup to put on my liner and lashes, it was at 7 minutes and some seconds. So this shadow went on, and I used every single color in the palette. I made sure I got all these different metallic shades on my eyelid. It might not have been much but a little stripe down the center, starting with this shade and these other two darker shades. I got to use less than what I used of this one, but I wanted to show you how easy it was to work with all of them and that you can use all the colors in the palette. I got them all on my eyelid, and just having the two different matte shades, I was concerned that I wouldn't be able to create enough depth and dimension with the look, but I feel like I got plenty of depth and dimension with the look, blending out the edges into the brow bone, and I am very pleased with this palette and feel like it's very high quality. And I typically do not like violet palettes. I usually like plum shades. Violet shades were colors that I stayed away from for years because they used to be chalky and ashy looking, but Juvia's Place definitely got it perfect with the pigment. And this shade right here, it is really nice on darker skin tones. So I am very pleased with this palette, and I would definitely recommend this palette to you. If I had it to do all over again, I would repurchase this palette. And I hope this video helped you decide if maybe this palette is something that belongs in your collection. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. You'll also want to hit the notification bell next to the subscribe button so YouTube notifies you every time I upload a new video. I'll see you guys soon.